Hello, you were watching Disney Channel. Oh wait, that's not the intro. Okay, you were watching part 2 of my JetBlue journey for the 25 for 25 challenge. And I also wanted to mention that the Point Guys reached out and wrote an article, so you can check it out in the description. Without further ado, let's go on with the video. Currently left the hotel. It's about 12:11. Have a flight at about 1:40 p.m. JetBlue going to DC. I've had a lot of delays over the last couple days, so I have 2 more connections after that. So we'll see where I'll end up today. But last night I was pretty tired. Just checked into a hotel, a Comfort Inn hotel near Fort Lauderdale, and I just crashed. Arrived at the airport, checking into Mosaic in a few minutes. I don't even have to check in actually. I don't have bags. Such a habit with American Airlines. I always bring bags. So my flights today are, I'll be flying to DC, then I'll be flying to Boston, then I'll be flying to Syracuse. It should be good because it's all kind of close by. And since I'm starting at like 2 p.m.ish, 1 p.m.ish, somewhere about there, I don't really have too much time in the day to take flights, but that means that tomorrow is going to be a very, very early day. Let's see, my flight is gate E10. Oh man, I walked completely the opposite way. Okay, back the other way, turning around. I thought I was on maybe destination 6 or 7 yesterday. I've only done 5. I can't wait until hitting the 10 point, because I think at that point I'll get a rush of excitement going into 15. And then as soon as I hit 15, I want to go to 20 because the massive bonus in JetBlue points is crazy. And then at that point, I was like, man, let's go for lifetime status. Unfortunately, I didn't realize there's another island, part of the U.S. Virgin Islands, that connects from San Juan Airport. And that is a connection that I will have to seek out. I could have just tagged it on yesterday. Oh well. I found out about San Juan yesterday, found out about U.S. Virgin Islands. So let's just continue. My sleep schedule's all over the place because sometimes I've slept in the planes and then also sleeping at the hotel yesterday. Kind of weird. I don't know if I'm getting a full night's sleep. Am I getting interrupted sleep? Yes. Okay, let's see. I'm on E4 now. Gotta go to E10. Seems like E5 here is really crowded. This end seems a lot busier than the other ends. Oh well, let's go to E10. Start destination 6, going to DC.
E512 with services to Ottawa. All passengers on board flight CD5.
It's actually on time today. That's nice. I'm sitting on 3A today. I feel like I keep repeat sitting on 3A because that's where I find availability and I usually just pick the seat. So just got off the plane. Plane's back there. And I've hit 6 flights. I actually had a pretty good conversation with an elderly lady that had a lot of experience with knowing different countries, and she knew a lot about different political circumstances and a lot of cultures, very well-rounded individual. And because of her, we just talked the whole time. And it was really fun. Now I am in DCA, and I will be connecting to Boston, and then ending my day in Syracuse, and then I'm excited because I didn't have a delay this time. I'm going into gate C24 to Boston, and it's delayed, 7:56 arrival. I have a flight at 9:05. So I still have a lot of time in between. C24. That's right here. I'm already here. Okay, so where am I going to eat today at this terminal? Capital One has a lounge here, and it's actually very different from regular Capital One lounges. Apparently, there's two separate sections. One's a sit-down, dine-in area, and then one is like a grab-the-go kind of option. The grab-and-go is paid for all people, regardless if you have the Capital One Venture X credit card or not. You can only bring one guest to the Capital One lounge instead of the standard two. Oh wow, it's so beautiful. Look at this. DC. Hey. Guess what? Dunkin' Donuts. I got like a French kind of donut, $2.61. But I was able to finally, for the first time, use an Amex credit. Every month I get credit from Amex Platinum, $7 a month. Just reload on the Dunkin' app. But this is the first time I found a place that accepts it at the airport. It's pretty good.
Table for one.
Yeah, it's just table for one.
So on this side, it's a dine-in experience. You have a QR code menu.
Okay.
That's going to be hot, small plates, specialty coffees and cocktails. Everything you scan and order comes directly to you.
Okay.
Back at the front, we have a full-service bar and a tapa station. So you can head up there for just some additional options.
Okay.
Around the corner, we have the on the fly. You do have to exit the landing port. That's going to be the grab-and-go section, and it's 50% off with that Venture X card. Let us know if you need anything or have any questions. Wi-Fi's at the bottom as well, okay? Our menu and kitchen is with Jose Andres' group. The food's really good. It's dangerous for me.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Of course, enjoy.
Got these little plates. There's a QR code for extra menu. I'll probably just get some. But look, there's a luggage storage here. So I ordered these items. Now I'm off to make my next gate. It's at C24. Still trying to go to my gate, but over here there's a Lego brick made out of Lego. I thought it was C24. They made a gate change to C26, and this flight is delayed again. JetBlue has been delayed a lot.
JetBlue flight 2954. Mosaics 3 and 4 and Mosaics 1 and 2.
Flight number 7 to Boston. Getting from another flight. This one is going to Presque. Okay, that is perfect. The person who works for United offered me a ride, and the ride is from my next airport, which is an airport that only has one flight path. And it's a really small, and he offered to drive me to a hotel, and I'm going to take it because this is definitely a story to tell. See you in PQI. Oh, did you just close the door? Oh, okay. Yeah.
This way.
Thank you. Hi. Hello. Okay. I'm starting my flight from Boston to PQI. I'm excited. It only has one flight. Still can't get over that fact. I will be staying at a hotel, and I actually talked to a United employee. I think if you work less than 25 or less than 30 years, you pay a small little charge for booking free flights for you or family. I think it's $25 or $30 or something like that. But you can fly anywhere on standby. If you work 30 years plus, then you can fly anywhere in the world. That is a really cool perk. I didn't know. This flight is really quiet, so I don't want to make too much noise. But this is Boston. Finally arrived.
Welcome you to Presque. Time is 10:52 p.m. For your continued safety, we ask you to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened.
And I'm in Maine right now. This is taking me in so many unique directions. Probably in the most northeast part of the United States. But the airport is pretty well lit. I was imagining the airport to be smaller than it actually is from the outside, but everything's dark so I can't really see. I am almost 33% done with this challenge. I think as soon as I hit 10, I'm gonna like be really happy. And then as soon as I hit 12 to 13, I'll be like 50%, and it's just gonna be like a marathon. Wow, so there's a ramp. I've never been in a plane with a ramp. That is so cool. This is probably the whole airport. I am in downtown and it's actually bigger than I thought. Look. This is Northeastland Hotel. Everyone says don't come here in the winter. I will probably take that advice. I'm going to check into my hotel and then probably take a 5 or 6 a.m. flight. I'm excited. So this is kind of like the back end of the hotel, back end over there. And apparently we go through this glass door right here. And the rooms are here. I think. We'll find out. I might be totally wrong.
I'm sorry, I should have told you. You gotta go all the way outside into the parking lot.
Oh yeah, that's what
And the door is that one right there.
on the right, okay.
Glass door.
So they're so close to Canada, and apparently Maine citizens can just drive into Canada. I don't see an elevator. Here, I think it's better to see this view. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, the first door. Huh. It looks so basic. Let me see. How do I turn on the light? Huh. Is there a light? Oh, that. I don't know what that is. I am having trouble turning on the light. I think my mic wasn't on earlier. Oh, okay. Well, here's the room. There's like a TV, some place to put storage, microwave, fridge. I wonder if it's actually clean. It is actually very clean. A little desk for working. View, probably not much. Like, oh my god, that's the parking lot. Whoa, I could have my car right next to my room. Here's the room. I'll give you 3 minutes, I guess. This pillow arrangement. This sink. And then the bathroom, which is probably the most important part. Yeah, it seems pretty well kept. I was worried because when I walked in, I was thinking to myself, like, this doesn't seem as nice, but actually going into it, it's actually not that bad. It's $30 for a ride back to the airport, which isn't bad. I'm not going to get much sleep. It is currently 12:30 and I'm supposed to be up at 3:50, so I'm only going to get maybe 3 hours and 20 minutes of sleep. I doubt it, you can't like fall asleep exactly and wake up like a machine, but that's pretty much me for today, and I'll go on to my next adventure. And my route will be Boston, and then Jenny's going to surprise me with flights. Just checking out right now. I stayed in Northeastland Hotel.
You as well. Bye-bye.
And I'm off to another flight
This
today.
is the only one going now.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, safe travels.
You too. Here we go to the shuttle. Can you do credit card or just cash?
Yeah, we prefer cash or Venmo, but we can do credit card if you need to.
Okay. How much is the
It's 35.
35? And then here's 35.
Yep. You can hop right in the front seat if you want.
How's your day been?
Just starting.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Were you born in U.S. or
U.S.
U.S.? Are there some people who are born in Canada here?
Yep.
Like, is that common?
It
It's so close to the border.
Because you can be to the border, and I can have you in Canada in about 10, maybe 15 minutes at most.
So I arrived here because I'm doing like this challenge with JetBlue, and it's like if you go to 25.
25.
Yeah. Oh, you heard of it?
Yeah. Yeah, because if you didn't fly out this morning, you'd be here until tomorrow.
Yeah. Just left my kind of like taxi. It was more just a minivan for a ride. Now I'm going through TSA. I'm on flight 8 still. I'm just flying into Boston, which means that it won't add another new arrival, but I will be flying to Martha's Vineyard today, and then back to Boston or JFK, depending on if I miss the connection, and then to Nantucket. I don't remember after that. This is July 1st. If I make it to New York, then it'll be Nantucket, and then ending the day with Westchester.
Thank you for being a Mosaic member.
Yeah, thank you.
Flight number 207.
Have a good one. So, going to the plane now. Hello. I like how you guys have a ramp and like stairs. Makes it easy and more accessible as well for like people who have mobility concerns.
Are you our Mosaic wannabe? Our 25 year?
Yeah,
You're our guy. All right, we heard about you.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take good care of you.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
How are
Must
you?
be our frequent traveler. I heard about you.
Yeah, it seems like the news.
25 to, yeah?
Yeah.
Excellent.
I've become a little bit famous because the flight staff somehow from the previous flight alerted the new staff in the morning that there's a person doing the challenge and they recognize me. So that's kind of cool. Appreciate the ramp way of getting on the plane. That is something that I wish a lot of airlines did. This airport has one gate. I believe the whole airport is probably the size of a Walgreens. out of another flight. This one doesn't count because I'm returning back to Boston. I'm glad to finally be at a hub. I will one day return back to Maine, and actually maybe I'll even drive to Canada while I'm at it. So my next goal is to find a lounge before my next flight to Martha's Vineyard. I decided instead of going to the lounge, I'm gonna check out this place. It's in Priority Pass. I believe it's a restaurant. They give about $28 per person to spend on food. Sometimes these restaurants, I feel like they make their money on tips, or at least, I think the employees, because you cannot use the $28 to tip. But I will check that out because I'm kind of want to do something different than lounge food, and I don't get a lot of opportunities to use the restaurants. After that, if I do have time, I'll try to go to one of the lounges. There might be a few options here. I know Priority Pass's options is probably a Centurion. And there might be a Capital One lounge and a Chase lounge. I found Davio's. Here's the menu. I'm probably going to get a steakhouse burger. It's $25. Either the food is not good or they give a lot of food because a lot of people left the food out. Bread, some kind of egg omelet there. I hope it's just a large portion. I still have more than an hour until my next flight departures, but I think I can still make it to the lounge. I just finished eating and now I'm going to my gate for Martha's Vineyard. I keep worrying I'm not pronouncing that right. Kind of spent a little bit longer at the restaurant than I thought I was. I ended up talking to this woman from Ireland, and she told me she's going to Nantucket, what's kind of there. I will probably go there in the future, but now I'm rushing because boarding starts in like 5 minutes. Most of the JetBlue flights have had delayed boarding, so I'm kind of not concerned, but maybe I might take it for granted. So just want to make sure. I have way too many flights scheduled after this as well, so one thing goes wrong, my whole day is just figuring it out. Let's go for destination, I believe, is number 9. We're already on Group B. I thought boarding was later. Martha's Vineyard right there. It's not even 8:10 when boarding should start, but boarding is basically they're fully boarding even before boarding starts. I'm on my plane to Martha's Vineyard, and the same staff that was in my other flight from Maine is still on this flight. What a small world. The flight from Boston to Martha's Vineyard is only about 16 minutes from takeoff to landing.
Welcome to the Martha's Vineyard.
So just arrived into Martha's Vineyard. I will be flying out to JFK, then going to Nantucket, then Nantucket, going to another airport, Worcester, I think it is. Might be wrong. And then I'll be going to Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Good day, sir.
You too. Whoa. Hello. Hello. How are you? This is flight 10 to JFK.
Ideally jail.
You too. so tired. So I finally made my 10th city, JFK. I have 15 more to go. But the good thing is I have 2 or 3 more today. So I shouldn't have that many for too long. I'm in JetBlue's Terminal 5 at JFK. And I want to share a little experience at Martha's Vineyard. I didn't have a very good experience with that airport. So when I was getting out of the plane, you have to leave out of security. And I wanted to ask for a supervisor or ask this lady that was basically making sure everyone gets out. I wanted to tell that I have a connecting flight. That, you know, that's probably not that common for people to connect out. She didn't really want to listen to me. She was like, you have to go out, you have to go out. Like, she kind of kept jumping in and cutting me off. So then I just asked when I went through security how the connection at Nantucket would be, and I just wanted some advice. Got the actual supervisor to tell me. He wasn't really that friendly, and it was just so cold, and honestly, I thought it was a kind of an annoying experience. I talked to another lady who worked in JetBlue. She was really kind. She told me what things you can see at Martha's Vineyard, what things you can see in Nantucket, and also if you went to Hyannis Airport. And she was very kind and informational. The reason why I wanted a supervisor is because when I was in US Virgin Islands, I tried to alert someone that I didn't want to leave security, and then I was informed after I left that I should have tried to reach a JetBlue supervisor, but there was no one there, so I tried to do the exact same thing here. Yeah, the response was kind of negative. But anyways, I'm in JetBlue's terminal. I actually reached the end of it. I was just walking. And JetBlue is supposed to open a lounge here. I am looking forward to it, especially if I complete this challenge and get 25 years of status. I do think that this terminal is always crowded. I've flown here on JetBlue Mint maybe a year ago. And I remember having a hard time finding a clean restroom because it was so busy. But today, it doesn't seem as crowded as then, but it's still very crowded. I hope I can find a clean restroom. Unique things about this airport. There is a Univision shop. It's like a big Spanish channel in the United States. There's some mugs you can buy. It mostly seems just like a gift shop. I ended up getting strawberry milk from Univision. I still have some snacks in my briefcase, and I've been saving them from a lot of the JetBlue flights. So today's a moment I can eat them since there's no lounge in this terminal. I didn't know that they're making a Gameway here. I actually like Gameway. I actually had a good conversation with someone. He had a low pro bag. I have like a sling that I use for travel, and he had a camera bag, and we talked about that, and he's from Atlanta, so we had a lot to relate because that's where I went to school. So right now he's going back to Atlanta and I'm going to Nantucket. But it's kind of these small little short encounters that make this experience kind of lovely. You get to kind of meet people and make small talk, which I feel like I wouldn't do as much if I was just traveling solo between cities. But since it's airport and a lot of us are kind of just passing time by, it's perfect.
Flight 2291 with non-stop services Nantucket by utilizing the self-boarding gates. Groups A, B, C, D, E, and F, you're now welcome to board. Guys, please wait until the doors are closed.
Nantucket, here we come. 11th destination, 14 more to go. This is gonna be a pretty short ride as well. I predict 36 minutes. You know, in all my years of flying, I've never seen the other door ever open. Yeah, this is like the first time, so.
JetBlue welcomes you to Nantucket.
Arrived at Nantucket. A lot of private planes. That was the plane. Apparently I have to go out of security again here. I've never seen so many airports do this. I made it to Nantucket and it's just constant delays here. You can see this is delayed, this is delayed. This is Cape Air, so I can't take that. Delayed at Boston. I was supposed to have a connection at here and then go to Westchester and then end up in Fort Lauderdale, but I don't think that's happening. All I know is I do not want to get stuck here. That it will be my number one goal, just to get in a hub if I can't do anything else. If there's one thing I can kind of sense about Nantucket is it's very wealthy, the clientele that visits sometimes, because there's a lot of jet cards here. There's a lot of advertisements as well on these TV displays. A lot of delays. I think I'm almost delayed about 3 hours here now. 2 hours. It keeps changing. So 6:26, it says it was supposed to depart. It's departing at 8:20, but it's getting better. So hopefully I'll depart, and I doubt I'll make my connection, but I guess I might stop at city number 12 today. Still in Nantucket. I actually went to the private jet side asking about how much it costs, just to know if I wanted to potentially one day book like a small private propeller plane or something like that. They had brochures of how much it costs for a private jet and planned trips with National Geographic. So this is South America Discovery by private jet, $73,000 for 14 days of travel between all these places. You know, maybe I'll look at this differently. Maybe I'll be very successful one day and financial, who knows what. Maybe I'll get lucky. It could be doable, but it's also extremely, extremely expensive. I think this video is just for me, but I will say that it's hard. Sometimes I'm kind of thinking 25-year elite status is good and all, but is it worth it? I know someone who's quite wealthy, and he's able to book a lot of things on straight up cash, not points and miles. And for me, I actually got into this hobby because I kind of wanted to see the other side. I think it's more comfortable. I think it saves a lot more money, and whatever's left over, I like to have it invested or, save it for a rainy day, retirement, something else, something you value a lot. And I think it still holds really strong. But I do know that, at a certain point, if you're wealthy enough, status doesn't really mean much. But for, all those people, the young Gurnodges out there that chase status, I think it's been an amazing journey to chase status. And I enjoyed the whole process, and I still enjoy the process. And I don't think private planes will not be a curiosity for me. They will always be there. But for the most part, I'm content where I am. I'm content. Mostly, I got into this game, so I love booking flights when there's a good deal. I love chasing a deal. Sometimes it's an economy fare. Sometimes it's a business fare. Sometimes it's first class. Sometimes it's like a cheap hotel that's so low astronomically in points. And then sometimes it's a very expensive hotel that I probably find it worth like half the cost if I paid in cash. But with points, it's still amazing deal. Like, if I could save money a lot on it, you know, I have a lot more to spend on other things. I do think that, you know, for like the certain group of people, at least the audience that, you know, want to try to do these redemptions, go for elite status, I say do it. It's an amazing journey throughout. If you like it, if you like the chase, then go for it. As I'm waiting here, you know, I have all this time to myself to just think thoughts. I am solo traveling right now, and I like the little encounters I see on the way. Sometimes I like having small talk, you know, with maybe a flight crew, maybe someone you just meet, maybe the passenger sitting next to you on the plane, and you end up having a great discussion. I think that's what made this challenge so far beautiful. That was my reflection. I would say keep going. I will keep going with this challenge. I've enjoyed it. I actually have really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed where I've gone so far, but it's been hard. I've been kind of sleepy in some parts, been awake. I've enjoyed saving, you know, cash on lounges and things like that. This whole opportunity wouldn't have happened if I didn't get interested in the miles and points game. And I think for me, that has made such a big, measurable impact. And the fact that this challenge exists, I want to take advantage of it and hopefully really, really cherish it for the next 25 years. So I'm very thankful for JetBlue for offering this challenge. I will keep it up, and I will catch you guys on my next flight after I finish this update of what's going to happen with my Nantucket flight. See ya in a bit. That is so sad. This flight keeps getting more and more delayed. Now it's at 9:09 p.m. It's almost 3 hours delayed. I would actually not do this flight if it wasn't for how hard it is to get on this airport as a new destination. Because right now I am kind of near the Cape Cod area. If I needed to get to HPN, the only routes are from Florida. But then you have to go back up, and this flight is probably, who knows what, like an hour-ish max. So I'm just waiting here. I have nothing much to lose because I already missed my connection. We will probably stop today I will probably stop today at 12 destinations. It's still halfway. It was what originally I planned before I added my Fort Lauderdale flight. I don't think it's going to be canceled, but I am starting to get more worried. Let's just keep going. I'm still at the airport. It's like 7 p.m. I think my flight is leaving at 10 p.m. I think it's like 5 or 6 hours more delayed than it should have been. The airport is literally just me. Like, I haven't seen a person for probably an hour and a half. So I'll give you a little tour of the airport because it's literally just me and staff. And look how empty, at least for now, this airport is. There's just workers here. Not a single person besides workers, like passenger. No one here, no one here. It's so empty. I think the staff have to stay until the last flight. But all the ticket counters are basically closed except JetBlue. So Nantucket Airlines closed, Cape Air. JetBlue kind of closed, but it's just waiting on its last flight. Like people are over there in the back. Delta is closed. American is closed. United is closed. TSA is closed. There's a little bit of a lobby space, I guess you can say, here. I think it's actually baggage claim. Not a single person is waiting, but I might speak too early. Nope. I am truly the only passenger completely in this airport for the last who knows how many hours. It could have been 3 hours I've been the only passenger. Apparently people in Nantucket are, maybe they're in their own accommodations. They have a home. They might be just checking their app and being like 1 hour before the flight, let's start driving. I think there's only one place that I haven't checked. There's passengers. Man, there's like 3 other flights. See, 7 a.m., 6:50 a.m., 6:26, but no, that's not right. 8:15. I guess there is a Hyannis flight at 10:48 p.m., but I don't think the staff are going to show up for a while. Hello. I'm going to see if the restaurant is still open, what they have. They're supposed to close at 8 p.m. I don't know what they're doing even over there. They probably haven't had a customer for ages. Well, there are people.
How are you?
Good. This is can I see the menu? They have pasta, salmon. They have a pretty diner menu. Prices are actually quite reasonable. Maybe I'll get something to eat and then you'll probably see me boarding my next flight if it doesn't get canceled. I ordered some kind of hoagie. Hopefully it's good. The dreaded words that you don't want to hear. The flight got canceled. Well, my food's here. I'll get a nice meal though. This is still paid by me though. No meal vouchers or accommodations. I don't know what I will do. But I'm just gonna eat this meal really quickly and then figure it out. They said that it's like 30 minutes, so I'll quickly eat and then find a resolution. Okay, so my JetBlue flight to White Plains has been officially canceled. I have been in the airport the whole time, the only passenger on the airport, and it's right there, shows it's been canceled. And there's no attendant at all in JetBlue. There was attendance here, and then as soon as it canceled because the airport's completely, almost basically empty. I was the only person here for hours. They just left. So now I'm kind of just stuck. No way to get my flight booked, no way to talk to an attendant. They're all gone. 9:05 p.m. It hasn't even been canceled even an hour. It said delayed at 10:30 and then they just pulled the plug. So I'm gonna try to get a hotel for tonight. This place is really expensive. It's 11:16 p.m. My flight, as you aware, has been canceled. I went across the street to another property that's like near the hotel, and I asked if I could just like stay over the night and like take a flight in the morning and just kind of be on my laptop she was very kind and she understood like what happened, and I'm very thankful for her. Very glad of that experience. Unfortunately, it's going to be a long night. However, the flight times for tomorrow are quite late. They're later than I thought. The route to go to HPN is so difficult that I would have to fly from Florida to get there, that I'm just going to use this opportunity and just do it at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. 1-ish, 2-ish is going to be my flight. And my backup is I'm just going to take a ferry if it gets canceled. I decided that I wanted to get some sleep. I will probably go through the claims process with American Express Platinum. The hotel lobby and then the pool is really nice. I am surprised because I kind of imagined a complete motel feel. And now I'm just gonna see what the room is like. I'm staying on the second floor and I'm moving my suitcase up one flight of stairs, and boy, is my suitcase incredibly heavy. It was the only room available. Here's my current view. They're cottages. This is how the room looks. We have a door here. This is for the connecting room. A little closet. Kind of like the rustic side, but you have a table here to do some work. I got 2 queen beds. That's kind of nice. 2 chairs. Go this way. The AC is kind of loud, I'm not gonna lie. A mirror. A bathroom that looks very clean, by the way. And a shower. Everything seems well kept. I guess having a house here may be nice, but I don't know. I don't know if it's my cup of tea. This is where I'm going to stay for the night. I'm happy. I'll take it and go through the claim process with Amex. Hopefully, all I have to pay is like less than $200 extra out of pocket. So let's go to sleep, and we'll see you in who knows when flight. Bye bye. I stayed in room 226 and I liked it. It was, I believe, what they call a cottage. And they have this lovely garden kind of common space. The only part I don't like is that there are stairs. Like this old style architecture. I mean, these cottages probably have been here for a while, and then they just renovate it in the inside every few years. So it's kind of like individual units, similar to, I guess you could say, a motel. And you can go to the main lobby, which is really nice right here. We'll be going in it in 20 seconds to get my key to Nantucket in. Little cafe if you want to get some items.
Yeah, I'll take all that needs to go.
There's a bar on the other side. It's open pretty late. And I believe a grand ballroom probably on the second floor. Thank you so much. Today's first route will be trying to get back to where I left off yesterday after my flight got canceled. So I'll be going to White Plains. Sometimes you can't really expect what's going to go right or wrong. And I made a pretty big itinerary for the next 3-4 days because the prices kind of shot up since it's July 4th. But let's start our journey from Nantucket to HPN. This will be destination number 12. I realized that it's very hard to do more than 3 destinations a day. Even if you have a perfect route set up, you could do maybe max 5, but one of them is going to be a hub, which you'll eventually cross anyways. 4 could be the target, but you know, you have to have great weather. I thought that, you know, following even the tail number would be fine, but you know, when something gets canceled, it doesn't even matter. And actually that would probably cancel two flights. So I'm going to start off by going to the place I ate yesterday at the airport, which is really good. And then I will board my flight. TSA here isn't very long. And this same applies to Martha's Vineyard. But I think the staff here are a lot more friendly. My phone battery is kind of low, so I'm going to actually have them print out a boarding pass for me. This restaurant is really good, so I'm back. I'm going to try something a little bit different than yesterday. I still have like an hour. I can completely just sit here before my flight, so it's kind of nice. Hopefully finally going on HPN. Going to destination number 12. Today is a good day because I finally made it to HPN. It is very hot in this airport. Currently in White Plains. I made it on my flight and I'm at a hotel called Sonesta. Never been here before, but I do know that they used to have a partnership, I believe, with Bank of America, that you could get their credit card, but it's no longer available. It's always been a brand I've always wanted to check out. Lobby area is pretty nice. I'll be going on a flight, another one at 5. I think it's about 6:30 in the morning. I'm glad I finally get a full day that I can actually sleep and relax. Usually most of the time when I get a hotel, I'm sleeping 3-4 hours and then planning out my next day of flights. I still have 13 more destinations to hit. I actually discussed it with Jenny that I'll probably hit one more extra just in case if, there's some kind of issue, one of my flights becomes a code share, it doesn't swipe through or something like that. That's my kind of a little bit buffer. But for the rest of the day, I'm just gonna go explore White Plains, maybe walk 3 or 4 streets, come back and get some food and call it a night. There's a mall, that's all I know. There's Toomey right there. There's Tommy Bahama. Oh my God, there is Rivian. Ooh. When I book flights, I really don't have too much time in hotels, so today was nice. I'm staying at the Sonesta and it's amazing so far. It's a good value and they have an indoor pool if you want to go swimming. I didn't go because it's closed, but if you're able to swim in the day, it's great. They have a ballroom downstairs if you want to do events, and the lobby is really nice, and they even gave me a complimentary appetizer. It's crispy fried bao. I am very glad because I finally got a meal. I didn't have any lounge access today, and I will probably use this meal to tie over the situation until tomorrow morning when I take a flight. See you tomorrow.